Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time checking in, please click that subscribe button down below. And remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I received an email from a CEO last week on Friday, actually. Today is Tuesday. And that email from the CEO called me classless and said that my channel was shitty. And, that really kind of just pissed me off, to be totally honest with you. And it's not that somebody thinks my channel is shitty, or even that somebody thinks that I'm classless, really, to be honest with you. It's that somebody would have the really balls, I guess, to even send that email, and how counterproductive that is to their own cause. So, I'm not going to get into what happened with this company and, I guess, get into the weeds with it. And, I kind of did last week. I really was bothered by it. And I had no problem explaining to my subscribers what, happened. But I kind of realized, after I had posted it, I kind of realized that I was now no better than the guy I was critiquing. So I thought about it, and I decided to pull all the content relative to that company. It's kind of one of those things, you got to take the high road sometimes. And I was looking at it like this. If I share that type of information, again, I'm really just kind of on the same level of the person that I'm basically saying was extremely unprofessional. My first reaction to receiving that email was, well, first of all, fuck him. And, it was a personal attack, pretty much unprovoked. I mean, I was producing some content, but it wasn't paid, sponsored content. It was just content that I was just sharing to kind of help build my YouTube channel. And that company happened to like the content and started blasting it out kind of as promotional content for themselves. And I really didn't even care about that all that much. I kind of was like, oh, whatever, it's exposure, so, so be it. But unfortunately, what happened was I started to see some problems with their product. And a part of being a YouTuber is being honest to my viewers. And if I'm not honest to my viewers, then I lose credibility. That's my name on the line. So basically what happened was this company didn't like some things that I had said that were 100% truthful, and demanded I took the content down. And my response was, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be bullied off of somebody who I have no obligation to simply because they don't like something that maybe I said about their service. I told the guy, I said, no, I'm not going to take my stuff down. And so I left it up, and that was all the end of it. And a couple months had gone by, I heard nothing. Well, then this past Friday, I'm watching TV with my wife, getting ready to kind of settle down for the afternoon. I'm actually editing a video for my review on my iPhone XS, and I get an email from this CEO who I had heard nothing from, calling me classless, threatening to have my YouTube channel removed for YouTube terms of service violations, which he has no control over. And YouTube had determined that I had made no violations to their terms of service, so it was just an empty threat. But the way that the threat came across was just so arrogant and cocky and flat out rude, and to be totally honest with you, classless, which is funny because he was calling me classless. It just blows my mind. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, if I've shared negative content about your service previously, or to be honest with you, it wasn't even negative content, it was honest content. His feelings got hurt, and in the process he viewed it all as negative, as opposed to working on a solution. He internalized the whole thing and basically fell off his rocker and came after me for it, which was just absolutely lunacy. It just blows my mind that this guy would think the best way to resolve this situation would be to call me classless and call my channel shitty, as if I'm not going to share that with my viewers, which clearly as a CEO is not very professional. by any stretch of the imagination, and it does nothing to further his cause. So like, it just seemed weird to me. Now, to get back into, you know, this whole YouTuber thing, anything that's on my channel that I have recommended carries my name and carries my stamp of approval to it. So in the situation where, you know, this service is something a little bit different because it's not like a tangible product, but same kind of rules apply. My name follows that, and if they don't like that, if this particular CEO doesn't like that, ask me nicely, maybe. You know, I am like a totally reasonable person. I have no problem respecting somebody and their product and their services. You know, I understand people. It's not just the CEO, and ultimately this gets into the reason why I pulled the material, but it's not just the CEO who has thrown their name and everything into this product. I mean, they have support staffs, and that was ultimately kind of my reasoning for removing said content from my channel. The exposure of all these people that put their name and ultimately their livelihoods in the hands of this one arrogant CEO who is, to be quite honest with you, being reckless with their well-being. You know, when I looked at it kind of in the grand scheme of things, it's like, look, if someone's going to slam me and, you know, and I can take it, I have no problem, you know, with somebody, again, not liking me, that's fine. But if you're going to just flat out, like, attack me and be vicious with it, I can be 10 times as vicious right with you. But as I get older and as I'm trying to build this channel, I don't want it to be negative. I don't want to go to a negative place with somebody else who has issues that are, I don't know, just don't make sense to me. So I emailed the guy today and I said, hey, look, you know, out of a mere goodwill gesture, I pulled my content. You know, understand that this is by no means me relinquishing my rights to this content. I do still have it. If you send me more emails calling me classless and saying my channel is shitty, my position is subject to change. But ultimately, at this point in time, I will, you know, make the goodwill gesture to remove it. We can all go our separate paths. I am beyond happy that I did not get more involved with this company. Not everything always works out, and that's fine, you know, but it's kind of the way that you handle yourself and the other people in the situations when they come up that really defines, you know, ultimately what your overall ultimate success is going to be. So I started listening to a lot of the late Mac Miller, and in one of his songs that really kind of rings true to this moment, he says,
don't fuck around and be a victim of your pride while you lying. Tell the truth and step aside.
You know, you could be Bill Gates, you can be Tim Cook, you can be Elon Musk, you know, all of these guys that are incredible visionaries. If they all started off firing emails, calling people classless, and calling their YouTube channel shitty, first of all, to be quite frank, it's below them. And second of all, it's just stupid. So again, I'm not going to get into like saying who this guy is. You know, some of you may know, but I'm not going to confirm or deny here or in the future at this point in time. You know, I'll just let sleeping dogs lie and, you know, kind of leave it alone for the time being and, you know, move on with myself. But I did want to just address this because I know there are going to be a handful of my subscribers that wonder what happened or why I removed content, and I didn't want to leave that unaddressed. So I felt this was the best way to maintain my integrity, explain the situation, move on, close this chapter of my life, pending any nonsensical emails that I receive, and you know, move forward. So that is where we are at this point in time. Again, I appreciate you watching. If this is your first time, please click that subscribe button down below, and remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you next time.